The Big Sky and Hellgate bands joined together to march in this year's Holiday Bowl Parade down in San Diego. For 7 days, the band students marched, listened, played, and learned. The bands traveled on a bus all day and all night, falling in and out of sleep and getting to know some of the other students. The bus drivers did take some pit stops on the way, including a dinner stop at Chuckarama in Utah. Finally, after the 24-hour bus ride to San Diego, the 200 students jumped off the bus straight into a full band practice with 9 other high schools from around the country to practice formations for the Holiday Bowl halftime show. Playing in the Holiday Bowl field and sitting in front row seats during the big game was one of the highlights for Bryce Bennett.
I would have to say that my favorite part about the trip would be the day of the Holiday Bowl itself and the marching, lots of fun. Holiday Bowl, I got to see my hand on the giant screen. It was superb. My left hand got famous for about, I'd say 60,000 people. A couple seconds. Very proud of that.
The awards ceremony at SeaWorld was filled with hundreds of students. For Mr. Ukert, this ceremony was when Big Sky and Hellgate were more than just 2 schools from Missoula. They were a team.
For the most part, everyone was all for one and one for all kind of feeling, especially at the awards ceremony. When both schools were getting awards, it wasn't so much, gee, they won, we lost. It was, we all win when a Montana school gets an award. So we all felt that way, and it was great.
Big Sky and Hellgate left the awards ceremony with 9 trophies. Hellgate received first for their jazz and concert performances, and Big Sky received second and third. The combined marching band received an honorable mention for the parade. Marching in the parade was a new and exciting experience for Whitney Tuxbury.
It's really cool to see that there were so many people watching, and it was really hard not to get distracted with the audience because you're so excited, and we had the judges too, and that was really fun.
The parade, which took place along the ocean, was more than just a little parade. It included classic cars, balloons of cartoon characters, Holiday Bowl cheerleaders, and other bands from around the country. When the students were not working their buns off, marching or playing, they were having fun either at the beach or at the dance on the first day they arrived in California. For Abe Ginrich, the beach was his favorite part of the trip.
I think my favorite part of the trip was the day at the beach because, I don't know, I love the ocean, and it was just fun to get out and run around and play around. So, yeah, the beach was my favorite part of the trip.
For one whole day, the students were set free to explore California's adventure theme park. Bethany Lee shared her excitement she had at the park.
Favorite part about the trip? My favorite part about the trip, I'd have to say, was going to California Adventures because it was so much fun, and we went on the roller coaster at least 8,000 times, I'd have to say.
The trip ended with a last march down the fairy tale streets of Disneyland. This has been Amy McDonald reporting on the Holiday Bowl band trip for Big Sky Live.
I say to you today, my friends, even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and little white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.
I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plains, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all the flesh shall see it together.
This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day.
This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, "My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my father died, land of pilgrims' pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring."
And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire.
Let freedom ring
from the mighty mountains of New York.
Let freedom ring
from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania.
Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring
from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from the stone mountains of Georgia. Let freedom ring
from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee.
Let freedom ring
from every hill and molehill of Mississippi. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And when this happens,
when we let freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men,
Jews and Gentiles,
Protestants and Catholics,
will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual.
Free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Painting up posters, and painting posters are only a few of the many tasks that French Club members have been busy doing to prepare for the big event. I'm here at Big Sky High School, where tonight, the first ever Mardi Gras dance party will take place. This dance party comes to you live in your own home, inspired by carnival events from all around the world. Tonight, there will be beads, masks, dancing, games, and babies and cakes. I've heard all sorts of bizarre things are going to be going down tonight. But what would you expect from a celebration named Mardi Gras? Translated, Mardi Gras means Fat Tuesday, and traditionally for Catholics, it's the last day to indulge before Lent begins. Known for enormous parades, wild activities, bees, balls, and crazy clothes, Mardi Gras came to America with the early French settlers in the 1700s. It's a celebration for all the world. A carnival extravaganza. Colors play an important role. Purple for justice, green for faith, and gold for power, all representing the Mardi Gras spirit. Now that you know a little more about what to expect, it's time to party. Laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll.
This annual New Orleans celebration becomes a tradition here at Big Sky.
The beautiful women sit, foreign, on the asphalt banks of the river. They wave their golden arms and toss their raven hair and clap their tongues against their teeth like piano keys. The beautiful men sit next to them, caressing their fire-painted skin, speaking lightly, all things loved. They smoke quietly, white cigarette, warm lips, burning sky. The beautiful women lift their skirts around their knees and carry their shoes in one hand. And the beautiful men watch their women and understand the shoes and understand the scent and understand joy.
During the cold months of winter, athletes move indoors to compete in swimming, wrestling, volleyball, and basketball. Though all these sports brought us excitement this season, Big Sky's team struggled to find the win column. Despite the improvements they made throughout the season, they couldn't overcome their inexperience. Throughout this segment, we're going to show you what Big Sky Athletics is all about. We're going to start with volleyball.
This year's freshman JV and varsity teams all work together well as a team. The ladies' skills had definitely improved from the beginning of the season. As of Friday, Big Sky varsity volleyball team it was in 6th place in its conference, but we won't know whether or not they'll make it state until we see the results of the playoff games, which will be taking place March 5th, 8th, and 9th.
According to Coach Ed Norman, the wrestling squad this season was young but very talented. When we asked Coach Norman how he thought his season went, this is how he replied.
It was pretty tough. We had only one senior and 2 juniors this year, and we had a bunch of sophomores and a bunch of freshmen, so we had to throw a bunch of our new kids, our freshmen and sophomores, into varsity positions so we could fill a varsity. They did real good. They improved a ton. And we won just as many dual meets as we did last year with more upperclassmen. So that was a pretty positive thing, knowing that we have a lot of these kids coming back. As far as working together, I think we did a really good job of that. I think there's always room for improvement, so I think that's something that we're going to really try to do next year also, is really try to work on being more aggressive in practice and making that effort to really, be more aggressive.
We recently visited Big Sky's Frenchtown meet at Big Sky. Here are some highlights. Basketball this year did not turn out that well, but the team led by Coach John Buck did provide some good highlights. Here are some.
Big Sky Athletics has kept us on the edge of our seat with excitement this year. Although we did not get a lot of wins except for in wrestling, it was very exciting seasons.
These next few months, the Big Sky community has many fun-filled activities planned to keep everyone busy. These activities include band festivals, choir concerts, sports, and much more. If your schedule seems to take too much time out of your life, remember to put a little music into your routine. You could try listening to your radio, or even better, go to a Big Sky band or choir concert. On March 4th and 5th, the bands have their annual AA Band Festival here at Big Sky. April 26th and 27th, there will be a jazz festival at the university, and on Wednesday, May 15th, the Big Sky bands will perform in their spring concert at 7 p.m. Listen to heavenly sounds of the Big Sky choirs at their Spring Pops concert March 14th at 7:30 p.m. Or for more information, you can contact Nancy Labby, the Big Sky choir director. If band and choir concerts aren't enough to help you hop into spring, come check out the Way Off Broadway Company, aka the Big Sky Drama Department, performing a production of Oedipus March 27th and 28th and Antigone March 29th and 30th. These are Greek dramas about the epitome of the human soul. As for the sports, playoffs are coming up for basketball and volleyball. Basketball playoffs are scheduled for March 2nd, and if we win, we go to the championship in Bozeman March 7th through the 9th. Volleyball playoffs are scheduled for March 5th, 8th, and 9th, and if we win, we go to state in Helena March 14th, 15th, and 16th. With winter sports coming to a close, the spring sports starts back up again, with track, golf, tennis, and softball. The first practices for all of these sports began on March 11th, 2002. If you enjoy doing difficult dance routines and showing your school spirit, come try out for the Big Sky Cheerleading Squad April 29th. Other events happening around the Big Sky area are there's going to be a powwow March 9th from 2 until 10 p.m. in the Big Sky cafeteria. An FFA leadership conference is scheduled for March 15th, and on March 25th for 3 weeks there will be a hunter safety course offered in the Big Sky cafeteria. Students and staff of Big Sky, don't forget spring break is coming up March 18th through the 22nd. Don't let winter's gloom get you down. Let Big Sky put a little sunshine into your winter routine. For more information, contact Big Sky High School at 728-2401. This has been Katie Rank reporting for Big Sky Live.
It's basic art, color theory. It's important that students understand where colors come from and how they work. And so everybody's doing something a little bit different, and so we're going to look at all these paintings and talk about how colors work within the painting.
Thank you.